started with the deer head. Got to clean and scrape all of the skin and the meat off of the deer head. And then we're going to use a pressure washer on it, and then we're going to put it in a pot with some oxiclean and dishwashing liquid for about 45 minutes. So let's see what we got. All right, so now we have taken the knife. I just used a Raider knife, very thin Raider knife. I tried using a fillet knife. It's a little bit pointed to use to cut the skin off, but the Raider knife done such a better job. So I've got all the skin off of the deer head. So we're going to take the knife now and go through and get as much meat as we can off, and then we're going to take a pressure washer to it. Stay tuned. What we have is we're going to put a cup of oxiclean and then about 2 tablespoons of Dawn dishwashing liquid into our pot here. Notice I've put the water up to about the horn, the bottom of the horns. I've also put the horns on a piece of wood, so that way the horn is not rubbing the, not setting on the pot, and it won't put a burn mark on the horns. So we're going to fire it up and we'll get it to simmering, and then we'll drop it in and see what happens. And the cooker that we have to cook fish on, similar to our turkey cooker, we're just going to set the pot on it and get it into a simmer. Once you get your water to simmering, a little bit of boiling, watch your temperature setting, because you don't want to boil it over, and that's what happened to me the first time. I got it way too hot. So we'll just take and let the skull submerge in the water. We'll put it in there for about 45 minutes, and let's see what happens. I'm kind of adjusting it a little bit here in the wood to make sure that the top part of the skull is under. So let's see what happens here in about 45 minutes. As you can see, I'll lift up on it. It's already beginning to clean the skull out rather nicely. It's looking very good. I think this OxyClean is going to work this time. Looks good. 45 minutes or so, and I've taken this out a couple times and just hit it with the pressure washer and hit it with the knife just to kind of scrape it. So it looks like the jawbone is pretty much done. Notice how much color it's got to it and how clear and white it is just with the OxyClean. All right, the skull itself is looking almost complete. I've taken it out a couple times and just washed it with the pressure washer. It's got a little bit of stuff up in the bottom of it there, but it's looking close. So the main thing is, I think, just don't let it boil too long. I think it'll get soft. So I'm just heating it a while, and then pressure washing a while with the not pressure washing, but I'm heating it a while, and then I'm hitting it with the water hose and the knife. So let's see how it goes. Result, didn't have to use any bleach or any peroxide. I just pulled it out a couple times, left it in there probably another 30 minutes off and on. I'd pull it out, wash it down with the water hose, and scrape it clean. But it turned out great, and my next step, we'll put a little more color back on around the horns, and we'll do some clear on the skull itself.